Good morning. Time to make the coffee. Today's flavor is pumpkin spice. Going to have that with some oat milk creamer. And it's that season. So today is supposed to be another beautiful day, 83 degrees and sunny. But I can't work in the garden today. I have to take my mom to another couple of appointments, and then she wants to go buy some new home phones because her old home phones don't hold a charge anymore. So I'll take her to Best Buy or somewhere and she can pick out a new phone. There aren't too many people that have home phones anymore, I don't think. Maybe some older people, but younger people, they just rely on their cell phones. I don't have a home phone, haven't had one for years. We all rely on our cell phones in my family. So, but I did have a home phone when I first moved here, but that was 21 years ago. So things change, not always for the better, but a lot of times things do change for the better. It used to be you would leave your house, and if the phone would ring, somebody would leave you a message on your message machine, and you didn't have this electronic leash that you carried around with you everywhere. But at least you know if there's an emergency, you get the call right away. So anyway, yeah, things change. I don't know, the internet is good in a lot of ways, and in a lot of other ways it's just very detrimental to humanity. But it's a good way to keep in touch with your family and friends anyway. So you got to take the good with the bad in life. I guess it's like that with everything. You have your positives and your negatives. And a lot of times what I do, if I have a situation where I don't know the right decision that I should make, I make myself a pros and a cons list. And that seems to work. Excuse me. Now I have a tickle in my throat. Anyway, I put a little bit of baking soda in here again. I don't know if it's helping or not, but I would think that for it to be really effective, you would need to have a bit more. But I don't know. So I'd like to continue to work in the garden today, but I checked the weather for the next week. It's going to be beautiful. In the 80s, low 80s, which is perfect for my taste. So I'm confident that unless something happens where I can't be home for an extended period of time, or I have, my mom again, whatever, I'll continue to work in my garden. But even when my mom was here, she liked just sitting out there. So I can still do garden work with my mom here. That's not a problem. So she wants to help when she's here. My mom was always a worker. My dad too. Boy, those two worked their patooties off when we first came here. Very, very hard-working people. So anything that they have or acquired, or their home, anything, they worked really hard for. So cheers. Yep, that's good. Yeah, back in the day when you immigrated from another country legally, you weren't given all these goodies that these new immigrants get, a lot of them. Well, anyway, I don't want to talk about that negative subject. So, yeah, anyway, that's what my day's going to be today, and I imagine I'll be gone with Mom most of the time. Oh, I have to feed my little hummingbird. My feeder is empty, and I see one out there flittering around with no food. So they say to feed hummingbirds until like the middle of October for any stragglers that happen to be flying south to Mexico, I think they go. Well, in that direction anyway. You know, those little things, they're so tiny, and to fly all that way is just amazing to me. It's the same with the butterflies, the monarchs. They, a lot of them migrate over the Great Lakes. It's just amazing that they do that. So I guess they're much tougher than we are, even if they are so tiny. So, okay, well, I'm going to take a nice look at my budget book, see what's going on there, see how much damage I have or haven't done to the finances, and I will meet you over there at the budget book. Well, I'm sitting here on my deck. Cheers. Come my puppies, and it's a beautiful morning. It's still a little cool. I thought I'd have my coffee out here and have a little bit of chill time before I have to start my day of running around. I don't enjoy running around to the stores and, on different errands, but sometimes it's necessary and you have to do it. So I want to start my day off slowly and just sort of chill a little bit and not have to worry about it. So yesterday I had a very, very nice birthday. My daughter took me out to eat, and we had a pizza, and we took her dog along. She's got a couple dogs. And we took the puppy along, and she's only 6 months old. She's a panda shepherd. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous dog. She's a long hair shepherd, and she did real well. She's a little skittish around people, so my daughter wants to sort of acclimate her to being around people and not being so skittish. I've seen a lot of people adopting shepherds now. For a while they were very, very popular. I don't know, was it in the 50s or whenever it was? And then it sort of cut back for a long time, but now shepherds again are becoming popular because I see them all the time. And my great-grandfather bred shepherds, and I have a picture of one of his dogs, and she was absolutely gorgeous. Her name was Yanka, I think it was, and beautiful dog. So my daughter has two shepherds. One's a regular shepherd, and the other one is, like I said, the panda long-hair shepherd. And she just lost her cane corso not that long ago. And I don't know if you can see this. No, you can't. But Diana by the beach sent me this. I'll see if I can show it to you. Sent me this memorial for Mac. Oh, he was such a good boy. It's so hard when you lose a pet. It really is devastating. And, I don't know. They're just, dogs don't live long enough. They just don't. So, anyway, I had a really nice birthday, really nice time. Once in a while, I like hanging out with my kids one-on-one. Sometimes I like to hang out with them in a group. I don't care. Any way I can get it, that's the way I like it. So, it doesn't always have to be a big party. Just spending time together is really, really nice. So I wanted to do a little bit of a reading from the book, but I forgot to bring it out here. So I'll be back in a moment, and we'll do a positive quote. So yesterday, after we went out to eat, we went to my daughter's house, and she bought apple pie and a peach pie. Peach pie is my favorite. So we had, instead of cake, and we had peach pie and apple pie. Oh, it was so good. We bought it at the, it's like a farmer's market that we stopped at yesterday, and it was delicious. So I much prefer pie over cake anyway. But, so anyway, this is the book that I like to read out of. An Inspirational Quote a Day by M. Prefontaine. I don't know if you can hear my little buddy out there. He's seeing something. Okay, so a couple of quotes here. And this is from Henry Ford. Nothing is overly hard if you divide it into small jobs. And that's how I have to do everything. You know, I can't anymore start something and finish the whole thing in a day. I mean, unless it's something real simple, that I can do. But any job that I do now, I have to divide it into sections, and I also have to divide it into segments. Like, I usually like to work when I'm doing a room or anything. I like to work like in a clockwise fashion, and then I do one section at a time, and that seems to work real well for me, and I do get things done. But then on the other hand, I'm trying to downsize so that I don't have so many sections in my clock that need to be completed. So another quote that I want to read is by Tim Ferriss, and 99% of people believe they can't do great things, so they aim for mediocrity. And that's by Tim Ferriss. So, yeah, that's true, you know, but I mean, as you get older, you know you're not going to set the world on fire anymore, although some people have. You know, who was the painter? Was it Grandma Moses that started painting in her 80s and became very famous for her art? So just because you're older doesn't mean you can't, you know, don't give up. If you've had a dream and then all of a sudden, even if you're older, you get the means and ways to live your dream, I say go for it. So, but, you know, for the most part, at least I find with me, that I just kind of, mediocrity has gotten to be okay. It's like, all right, well, this isn't perfectly cleaned, but it's good enough. So I guess I'm one of the 99% of the people that settles for mediocrity. And I'm okay with that. You know, I don't need to be that picky about things anymore, as long as, you know, it gets done, and it, even if it's not perfect, it's okay. Oh, excuse me, it's okay. And one last quote, and this is by Muhammad Ali. The man who has no imagination has no wings. And that's true too. You know, if you can imagine something, a lot of times you can accomplish it. And it's funny the way God presents things to you in a way that once you put it out there and you either give it to God or you put it out in the universe, whatever your beliefs are, to me they're one and the same. So things start kind of, even if it's trickling, things start coming your way to make your dreams come true. I think it's because we focus more on our dreams and hopes, and then we see more opportunities as they come our way that maybe we wouldn't have noticed before, and it would have just gone by in a flash. So anyway, that's my inspirational quotes of the day. And yeah, I really like this book. I'm not trying to sell this book either. You know, I'm not affiliated with it at all. And I don't even remember where I think I got it on Amazon when I was looking for a new book, because I went through all those quotes of the day for, was it a year? Well, several months anyway. And a lot of people like that, and they said, oh, start again from the beginning. But I wanted something a little new and different. And I've had this book a while. I didn't just get this, but it's been in with my bookshelf, and I was looking through my books the other day, and I came across it, and it's like, oh, this book is really great. So anyway, I'm going to sit here and finish my coffee and just chill a little bit, take a breath and relax before I start my crazy day of running around. And it's okay, because I feel like the whole week is supposed to have wonderful weather coming up, so I'm okay if I can take out a day or two and just do other things. All right, well, I'll be back. Did you decide to join us, Chloe? That's nice. I love the birds singing this morning. This morning I was going to make myself some breakfast before I go to my mom's. And I have this great value New York style rye bread. And I don't really like it. It's sweet. Unless I'm eating a sweet bread, I don't like sweet bread. So I thought, well, what can I do with this? I mean, it's not like it's not edible. You know, it's fine. But I thought, what could I do with this that I would like it? So I'm going to try to make some French toast out of it, because French toast is sweet. So that's what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to just get one egg, and then I'm also going to use the rest of my oat milk creamer instead of milk, because right now I don't have any milk open. I have powdered milk that I've been using to cook with that I want to use up, because my mom gave it to me. She didn't like it, so I want to use that up, and then I'll buy more powdered milk, because I don't use milk that often. And, you know, I can always make oat milk or almond milk. I can make my own, which I've done before. But I'm trying to use up some things from my stash, and then if I like them, I'll replenish them. And if I didn't like them so much, then I'll just use them up. So I'm going to go ahead and mix up some liquid to use with this so that I can make myself some French toast this morning. So here are my ingredients. I have one egg, the oat milk creamer, and just one slice of bread. So I'm going to mix this all up in this little plastic bowl. And I have a little bit of water in here, just a little bit, to take a little of the sweetness away from the oat milk creamer. So I may have to end up using 2 slices of bread, but that's okay too. And one of my viewers suggested to keep these and fill them with ice and put them in the freezer for a grid down situation. Excellent suggestion. Thank you for that. So I think I will start doing that, or you could even refill them and keep water in your fridge. So, all right, let's mix this up, and I want to add some cinnamon to this too, because I love cinnamon, and especially, oh, excuse me for reaching, especially this time of the year, where it's starting to become fall. I got this big thing of cinnamon at Costco, and it wasn't that expensive, and it's been lasting a long time. So it's the Kirkland brand. So I'm just going to mix this up and put my bread in there. This is a very soft, it's like a sandwich rye bread, and that's not what I was looking for. And when I put in my last Walmart order, they were out of the, I like the Schwabels, either the Jewish rye or the, what was it, Reuben style rye. And I also like the marble rye is really good too. But those are more expensive. This was cheap. So that's what I got. But anyway, so cheap isn't always better. And if you like a soft sandwich bread, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But it's just not my cup of tea. So I'm going to put a little more butter in the pan. There's butter in here from yesterday, from when I made an egg, so I'm just going to reuse that. But I'll be back once I get this in the pan and cooking, and I like to soak it for a minute or so, so that the liquid absorbs into the bread. Some people just kind of do a real quick in and out, but I like it more custardy, so that's what I do. And there we go. So I'm just going to turn this over. I mean, you guys all know how to make French toast, but I thought I would do it with this rye bread just because I think it would be fine for that because it is sweet. So, okay, well, let me cook this up and I'll be back. Looks yummy. All right, well, here's this morning's breakfast. Looks good to me. I have the 2 slices of the French toast. I'm going to save one for tomorrow. That's too much food for me. I have grapes, vanilla yogurt, and I topped it with some of my homemade refrigerator jam. And I'm going to put some Kirkland's maple syrup on there. So that'll be my breakfast for this morning. Trying not to waste food, trying to use up everything that I have to save some money, because now I've got my bathroom that I have to fix, and boy, I'll tell you, I'm missing my hot water. So anyway, I'm going to eat this and get ready and go to my mom's. For my prepper stash, I have been gathering things that I would be using if I was going camping. So a lot of campers live off-grid on the weekends, or, you know, they go on vacation and go camping, and there isn't always electricity available depending on where you are. So I'm going to follow their lead and gather up a few things that I think I would use for camping. Because when the grid's down, for whatever reason, you know, you need some of this equipment. So I have a lot of K-cups. That's what I usually make for my coffee in the morning. So I went hunting online and I thought, well, how can I make a cup of coffee with my K-cups if I have no power? So I found this device, and there's a bunch of different ones out there that you can have. But the thing I liked about this one is you can use either K-cups or you can refill your coffee. This little refillable filter, and they fit in here. And I'm not affiliated with these people. I'm just sharing things that I think would be helpful. So then this goes on top of this is a coffee cup. And this is the brand name that I got. Casa Brews. That's what it is. So, and like I said, I'm not affiliated with this at all. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just sharing information. So I got that, and then this fits on top of here, and it has like a little puncture thing like the Keurigs do. So that goes on there, and you put the water in here. This comes out. It's like a plunger, and it's got a rubber grip here. And it's got measurements for the water amount, which I liked. You can go up to 10 ounces. And then you have to very, very slowly push this plunger down after you put your K-cup in there. And then you have a fresh cup of coffee. So that's really nice. And it seems like a nice sturdy unit, kind of hard to do with one hand. But anyway, it's easy to clean. It comes all apart. And you have to do the plunger part slowly. It does say that. If you do too fast, the hot water can come spraying out, and you don't want that. And then after you get your coffee brewed, it's got a cover, and it even comes with a straw. So there, it would be a nice fresh cup of brew. Now you do have to have a way to heat up your water. But I already figured that out with my other little device that I bought. So I thought this was worth sharing. And if you don't want to get a Keurig, if they're too expensive for you, you can get something like this. And you know, they're around $20 up or down. And you could make your coffee with that, and you could still use K-cups or refillable coffee. So I just thought I'd share that with you this morning. And I'm still washing dishes by hand. So I had to get out my dish mat. But the dishes are washed. And I found a storage container in my attic that fits perfectly in my sink. But I have to heat up my water in my pot, because I have no hot water still. I won't have hot water until hopefully Saturday, fingers crossed. And I can't use my dishwasher. So, wah, wah, wah. There we go. And my little buddy doesn't care at all. He's just chilling. So, I'm fooling around in the kitchen this morning because there's no point to doing anything in the garden and wearing myself out. So, I did harvest some cherry tomatoes. They're coming down to the last few. So, yep, always busy. And then, of course, I still have my little tiny, tiny squashes. Those are spaghetti squashes. I don't know, not much spaghetti in there, but I don't even know if there's anything edible in there. So, yeah, I'm looking through things in my kitchen and trying to get things for my prepper stash, because we have very old grids anymore, and it's, you know, not the most stable system anymore. So, okay, well, I'm going to move on to the next thing. Well, I'm back home, finally. That was a long day. Took my mom to get some new phones. She found some she hopefully likes. And I took her to Aldi's, and while I was there, I found this Mediterranean flatbread that looks really good. So I'm going to put that in my little pizza cooker right here. That's also from Aldi's. I got that a while back, maybe about a month ago. So that's what's for dinner tonight. I was going to have soup that I thawed out, but that can wait till tomorrow. And this just looked really good. So that's what's for dinner tonight. Okay, well, it was a very long day. But I'm back home, so hopefully tomorrow in the next 2 or 3 days I'll be able to stay home and get some things done. I'm not in the panic mode of, oh my God, I gotta have this done by this week. So things, are, especially in the garden, are dwindling down, and that's good. So, and then my next project will be to go finish back up in the garage. So that I can get my car in before I'd say mid-November. And then this winter, I'm going to be working on my food stash and rearranging things. The food is all in containers, buckets and plastic containers, and so that's fine, but it's a mess down there. So that's a project I'll work on before Christmas, because in December I only want to clean a little bit and decorate for Christmas, which definitely will be on the low end. I'm not going to go crazy with decorations, but I do want to make it festive, and you can do that. You don't have to decorate every nook and cranny unless you want to, and that's fine. But I used to do that, but I haven't done that in a long time. And every year I do a little bit less. I like the mini lights, you know, and I like to sometimes decorate my plants and maybe hang a few little ornaments off the plants. My Christmas tree is already decorated, so all I have to do is bring that up and set it up. And then I don't do a whole lot of gift shopping anymore. I give money and, you know, a token gift. I do that. Unless one of my kids tells me, Mom, I'd like to have this, because I always ask them what they would like. And if they give me something specific and it's within the range of the money that I would have given them, then I will go ahead and purchase that. Otherwise, if they don't have anything in particular that they want, I'll just find a token gift, and maybe a $25 token gift, and wrap that, and then just give them their little card with the checks or cash or whatever I decide to do this year. And that's that. I mean, even the grandkids, they're at an age now where they have their own taste, you know, and I don't want to go out and buy them things and then they, you know, they're like, oh, that's nice. And before you know it, it's in the donation box because they don't use it. I had fun when they were little kids. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun when my kids were little kids. But I bought them lots of things, you know, clothes and toys, and it was fun. But it's not fun anymore. It's too hard to, first of all, to rack your brain. What does this one want? What does that one want? And secondly, if you're a person that likes to go to the store and buy gifts as opposed to buying them online, you know, that's physically taxing. And then on top of it, you have to wrap everything. So I just don't want to play that game anymore. You know, I mean, I want to make it nice, and I want to have share a meal, whether that's here at my house or at one of my kids' house, and spend time with family. That to me has become the most important thing. So, all right, well, the pizza was good. It was very good. In fact, I ate the whole thing. And now I'm probably going to pay for it because I'll probably get a stomach ache, but it was really good. So if you have an Aldi and they have that Mediterranean flatbread, I highly recommend it. So other than that, that's all I have for you today, my friends. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Don't forget to share, and thanks for watching.